Aunt Phoebe sure would like to throw one of these for you one day.
Today, we are diving deep into one of the most beloved supernatural dramas of the late 90s and early 2000s. We're talking about none other than Charmed. While the on-screen chemistry sold the ultimate bond of sisterhood, what happened behind closed doors was a completely different story filled with power struggles, network manipulation, and intense feuds.
You know how we've been talking about what to do with that spare room? I think you're right. We do need a roommate.
Number 10. The Phoebe that almost was. Before Alyssa Milano joined in, a completely different actress held the role. Lori Rahm was originally cast as Phoebe and even filmed the entire unaired pilot episode. However, due to personal reasons, Rahm abruptly exited the series immediately after shooting Wrapped. The producers scrambled to find a replacement and reached out to Milano, who stepped into the role and forced the crew to reshoot every single scene featuring Phoebe before the show could debut on television. Number 9. The Battle Over the Wardrobe. As Charmed grew in popularity, the network began pushing for a dramatic shift in how the lead actresses were styled. The wardrobe shifted from casual, everyday clothes to increasingly revealing outfits, a creative choice that caused massive friction on set. The cast felt the network was prioritizing sex appeal over substance, reducing their powerful characters to eye candy. Rose McGowan later spoke out about the intense pressure they faced to wear highly sexualized outfits, noting it created an uncomfortable and objectifying workplace. Number 8. Divide and conquer tactics. The late 90s saw the cast of Friends successfully band together to negotiate historic matching salaries. Terrified that the Charmed actresses would pull a similar move, network executives and studio higher-ups actively employed tactics to keep the lead women divided. Producers intentionally fostered a competitive atmosphere and pitted the stars against one another in private conversations. By preventing a unified front, the studio successfully stopped the actresses from engaging in collective bargaining, keeping production costs low while fueling real resentment. Number 7. The creator was forced out. Constance Burge was the creative force who conceived the concept of Charmed, drawing heavy inspiration from her own relationship with her sisters. She envisioned a show where sisterhood was the primary focus and magic was merely a metaphor. However, executive producer Brad Kern wanted to emphasize romantic relationships and complex serialized demon lore. The corporate clash ended with Burge being pushed out of her own show both creatively and financially, leaving the series entirely in the hands of male executives who heavily altered her original vision. Number 6. Severe late-season budget cuts.
Your time is up.
By the time Charmed reached its 8th season, the network was slashing the budget to a fraction of its former glory. The financial strain became so severe that the show could no longer afford its main cast for every single episode. Brian Krause, who played the beloved Whitelighter Leo, was entirely written out of a massive block of the final season simply because the studio refused to pay his salary for those weeks. Special effects were also scaled back, and long-term characters vanished without explanation just to balance the books. Number 5. A hospital stay created a permanent rift. During the filming of Season 2, Holly Marie Combs had to undergo surgery to remove a large, potentially cancerous uterine tumor. Production on the show was halted for over a week so she could recover. During this time, a terrible misunderstanding took place, and it was engineered by Alyssa Milano and her mother. Shannen Doherty was terrified of hospitals due to her own father's severe illness, but she forced herself to go visit Combs 24 hours after the surgery. When Doherty arrived at the hospital, Milano and her mother allegedly blocked her entry and actively turned away other visitors, claiming that Combs was not up for seeing anyone. Because Milano and her mother had swooped in and assumed the role of gatekeepers, Combs had no idea that her friend was actually outside trying to get in. From her hospital bed, Combs felt completely abandoned by her closest friend and texted Doherty, asking why she had not come to see her. Doherty, furious that she was being physically barred from the room, interpreted the situation as a deliberate attempt to isolate Combs and pull the two friends apart. Combs genuinely believed Doherty did not care enough to show up, while Doherty was deeply angry that she had been locked out by her co-star. This created a profound sense of hurt and a permanent wedge between them that bled directly into the remaining production of Season 2, fracturing their real-life bond and intensifying the backstage tribalism. Number 4. The grueling set caused panic attacks. When Rose McGowan joined the series in Season 4 to replace Shannen Doherty, she expected a professional environment. Instead, she entered a high-stress workplace that took a massive toll on her health. McGowan has since revealed that the repetitive, exhausting 14-hour days and the lingering backstage tension made her physically ill. The overwhelming stress of keeping up appearances in a toxic environment eventually caused her to experience severe panic attacks on set, a reality she had to suppress for years. Number 3. The corporate mediator failure. Recognizing that the relationship between Alyssa Milano and Shannen Doherty had completely broken down by Season 3, the studio took the drastic step of hiring a corporate mediator. The hope was that professional intervention could save the hit show from imploding. Instead of healing the rift, the mediation process merely documented the deep-seated hostility. Crew members and cast gave testimonies that only solidified the divide, proving that the environment had shifted past the point of no return and forcing the network to make a choice. Number 2. The hostile work environment ultimatum. For years, rumors swirled about why the original trio split up. It was later revealed by cast members that Alyssa Milano brought the situation to a boiling point by threatening a massive lawsuit against the studio. Milano reportedly documented every single backstage dispute and went to the producers with an ultimatum, claiming a hostile work environment. She made it clear that it was either her or Doherty. Faced with the threat of losing one of their top stars to a legal battle, the studio chose to protect their investment. Number 1. The sudden termination phone call. The prevailing narrative for decades was that Shannen Doherty chose to leave the show to pursue other projects, but the truth is far darker. Doherty directed the Season 3 finale completely believing she would return to work after the summer hiatus. Instead, while on break, she received a sudden phone call from producers informing her that she was fired. The decision was made so abruptly that her character had to be eliminated off-screen between seasons, ensuring she never had the chance to say a proper goodbye to the crew or fans. That wraps up our countdown of the wildest behind-the-scenes secrets from Charmed. Which fact surprised you the most?